webinar. So you will have attended this certificate at the end of this webinar. First of all, I have to introduce you what is CFE certification. It is an independent auditing company accredited by UCAS and IAS that operates in many countries. It has some certification which provides them to provide you or trainings in ISO trainings, risk management trainings, ISTECA trainings. So please go and check CFE website to learn more about it. And my name is Gökhan. I live in Istanbul. I currently providing trainings on the behalf of ISACA certifications like CISA systems risk COVID, and at IA Turkey as AI risk management and audit trainings. By the way, I am the board member of Cloud Security Alliance Turkey chapter, and today I'll try to explain some risk management approaches from different disciplines, but mainly from NIST cybersecurity framework. If you have questions about some specific topics, please write your questions in the chat area, so I'll try to answer these questions at the end of the presentation. First, risk action and prevention with AI. I'm sure you all now have attended lots of webinars. You have read lots of information about AI, what's going on, because we are now in an AI age. AI technology now affecting lots of business processes, organizations very dramatically. Before, we have been trying to increase our business performance with applying some specific tools, approaches, but with the help of AI now, we are in a strong and tremendous and constant change. Organizations face rapid evolving consumer expectations. Consumer expectations change very quickly, very fastly. The understanding, the expectations are determined by the technology, economic systems, the culture, and because of this, organizations again faced with a dramatic problem, because to catch up with changing client expectations is not easy. Now clients cannot satisfy with specific service, specific product, because every day we are witnessing new kind of approaches, new kind of upgrades in some specific services. In one of region of the world, we are seeing new technologies now emerging. So clients also have strong penetration to data. We can understand, we can learn more about the topics, events, what's going on, not just sticking on the official newspapers, news. We just get into or just access to our Twitter account and we can learn more about it. So now clients with this huge amount of data has strong understanding of what they need to have, what they should expect from the companies. So it is important aspect of the change. Every industry is demonstrating remarkable adaptability, changing faster than ever, because as we mentioned, technology affecting our business processes. Sometimes companies prefer to stay and see the result of emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, IoT, cloud, or quantum computing. There are different kind of technologies now influencing each other. And some, as I explained, some companies wait the results of what's going on, what kind of problems these technologies can cause, or what will legislation authorities will, how they react to these technologies. But some organizations take risks, like startup companies, and directly implement these technologies into their business processes. Because of this, they sometimes become very successful and become very strong companies, and they can compete with strong other strong big companies. But If you hesitate to become the part of this transformation, because taking into consideration of cyber risk or other kind of risk, then after a while you can realize you are back in the race of transformation. This is another risk. Dramatic technological shifts, climate, geopolitics, and trade are reshaping the external landscape. There are risks we can manage, we can control, and there are some risks we cannot change or affect, like external risk. Climate change, it's affecting how we are doing business or how we handle, or it's also changing the client expectations. Now, for example, because of the climate change, we have some feeding problems. Now, nutrition is becoming very important. Transportation is very becoming important, or we are now facing big amounts of migration, and this creates another risk. Population risk for specific countries. I am living in Istanbul, and as you know, in Turkey, we are situated among the Balkans, Middle East, Caucasian. So every problematic area or every conflict affecting my country. So the companies, especially the financial sector, should be very strong risk oriented. Otherwise, for example, you are watching television, you are seeing some problems in the one corner of the universe or our planet, but it directly affects our country, our people, our companies. So we should be careful about these changes. Operating models, also these technologies, new expectations create new business models. Before, for example, take into consideration blockchain technology, it creates new business model for the financial sector. Cybersecurity, it is now creating new business models. Now we are seeing lots of startups using this kind of technologies to provide or to satisfy different kind of client expectations. But this is not just changing how we make the business. This is also changing how we manage the risk. The 63% of senior management now not satisfied with the assurance functions. What are assurance functions? Compliance, risk management, internal audit, cybersecurity, somehow, maybe financial departments, legal departments, because they also apply some kind of criteria to satisfy or provide some assurance in specific business processes. Now, senior managements are not happy with assurance functions because they cannot provide the need information in the right time. For example, before in traditional internal audit functions, we start internal audit, we make our plans, and we go to field and make our tests. After maybe 2 or 3 months later, we provide our reporting. But nowadays, in these days, 2 or 3 months are very long. If you just wait for the end of this kind of audit, the reporting, the details or the information included in the report may be old, maybe not valuable for the senior management. So we should be dynamic. How? We should apply some specific technologies in our risk management approaches, like IoT systems. IoT systems constantly collecting information from distributed technological gadgets. And with this information, we can apply some data analytics systems and deliver some information which will help our senior management in their decision-making processes. Or AI systems. With the help of AI systems, we are not just stick to the information created by IoT systems or other systems. Now, AI systems can create their dummy data according to criteria because they started to mimic some human actions. They can also create some dummy data with the help of the historical data they trained. Distributed now We do not want just to see some standard or one risk management functions. We have different locations. We are operating in different countries. 1 hour before, I was at a meeting with a Mexican automotive sector company, and we are talking about cybersecurity strategy. And they have been operating in 16 countries, including Turkey. Imagine a guy CISO in Mexico, located in Mexico, now cooperating or trying to manage the cyber risk in different countries, in Izmir, in Turkey. It's not easy. So we need some distributed approaches to understand local problem, local risks. Maybe it is not just the risk management department's responsibility to manage risk. Also, some roles, some responsibilities should be distributed. The business functions, they should record their problems, risks, understandings, experiences to GRC systems, and with that data, risk management department functions can analyze and find the problems more efficiently. Defensible, we should provide strong evidence, because we are in not just AI time, we are also misinformation era. This technology is not just creating useful or valuable data, they also create misinformations, deepfakes. So if you create as an assurance function member, you should create evidences, you should create conclusions with the strong evidences. You should defend your conclusions or recommendations with trustful evidence, data driven. Now, I am sure you all, some of you have some experience about sampling methodologies. We auditors or risk management, internal control experts always try to make sampling to minimize audit risks, to find the samples representing the great data, big data. But nowadays, with the help of the data analytics systems, we can analyze whole data, and with the help of these analysis systems, we can create different kind of reports in different formats, or we can change, or we can satisfy changing expectations of senior management in reporting, in data sharing, or again, we can also analyze different kind of data, and our systems, technologies can find the relations with unconnected or unrelated data. Maybe as a human, with manual processes, we will not able to find the problem, but with these systems, analyze big data from created by different sections, and can provide strong understanding about the problems, fraudulent activities, anomalies, or gaps in our system, decision enabled, and all risk management functions or risk management processes should support decision-making process. Okay, maybe you are now making some risk management activities, but if these risk management activities cannot support decision-making process, it is useless. So we should satisfy these 5 criteria in our assurance function. In order to satisfy, we need technology, not just technology. We should also put ourselves as individuals to part of technological change. Current landscape is very different. We have lots of data, but we have very limited info. Okay, we are now drowning. If I use English, if I make a mistake in English, sorry for it. If I, for example, swim in the data, but there is very limited information through data, or we sometimes lose our sight. What do we need, and how can we create from these big data? So it is a problem. So and we should apply technologies in order to use this data. Without new technologies, AI technology, data analytics technologies, we will not able to use our data. We are just collecting data, and we are just we are just bearing the cost of these processes or data keeping. New markets and products. Markets are changing. Market expectations is changing. Products are changing. So we should catch it. We should understand it. We should respond timely for it. So we should be again data oriented. We should understand the change with the help of data analytics systems or AI systems. Fragmented data across business functions, different functions. Before they were silo based. Every department try to keep their data inside their system. They hesitate to share it, but nowadays, from, for example, KYC, ML processes, we are creating lots of data. We are processing lots of data, and the majority of this data is personal data. But if you just focus on the data protection problem, data protection processes, you are losing the competitive advantage. With the help of this data, you can also create you can also help your marketing departments. You can also help your risk management functions, or you can also help your financial or HR departments. But if we just fragmented data keeping, data protecting approaches, this will not help us. So it is also a change in dynamic. New operating models and target pictures, innovation. Yes, innovation also brings us competitive advantage, and innovation again comes with analyzing, to understanding, changing, or the change with the help of understanding, or with the help of data, analyzing the data. Digitalization. Our business processes are now mainly run on digitized systems. Digitized systems create again data. Some data created by this system we can, as a human, can see and understand, but most of them are not. Humans are not capable to read it. So we again need new technologies, new roles and skills required. Again, nowadays, people or employees or new entries want to be part of high purpose. Before, maybe just for salary, but nowadays, people or employees want to be part of big purpose. So the expectation is changing. So companies should understand their inner stakeholder, employees' expectations. There are different expectations in companies. It is not easy to keep the skills in the company. There is a huge skill problem, especially in technology sector. We are experiencing, and we cannot easily find cybersecurity experts, data analytics experts, because they can easily change jobs. You can see one of your friends today in a specific kind of company. 6 months later, you will see him or her in another country, in another company. And these are making the problem difficult. And for this, we should first understand what is AI systems. I'm sure you all try to understand and be part of this transformation. And we again need to learn how to apply these technologies. There are some specific definitions about this topic, as you see, EU, OECD. I will reply this, what is AI questions. NIST has a specific definition. It says artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems. This is NIST definition. NIST, an organization in USA, American organization, providing some standards, frameworks, and it is accessible for free. And for example, cybersecurity framework or like cloud framework, it's very valuable. I have been using this system for a long time, and nowadays NIST also hurried up and created a NIST AI risk management framework. And in this today I'll try to explain mainly about this topic. There are different definitions and there are different categorizations. Why we define? Because if we can't define, we will not able to understand. If you can understand, you will not able to manage. There are different kind of AI definitions. So we should be careful about these definitions because some systems are automated, but some systems are clever AI systems. We should know the difference between them. And AI, for the definition, we should also go with the skills of the AIs. Orchestration, automics, cognitive. I'm sure, again, you have encountered different skills, skill definition of AI. Some say strong AI, some say weak AI, or narrow AI, generative AI, predictive AI, or these functions helps us to understand what kind of AI system we are now facing and what kind of AI system we need to improve, upgrade our skills. Orchestration, we have different kind of applications, IT systems in processes, they help us. Now, with the help of AI systems, this complex IT infrastructure, IT systems become more understandable. For example, I mainly focus on security area, and there are some in network security area. There are lots of systems: NDR, XDR, EDR, DLP, intrusion detection systems, CM, SOAR. Lots of technologies, but this creates another problem in cybersecurity. If there is a increased complexity, it increases cyber risk likelihood. So I should minimize the complexity. With the AI systems, now we can orchestrate these tools. We can combine DLP, data discovery, data verification, or log orchestration systems in one system with the help of AI. Or imagine you have a DLP system. These DLP systems now analyzing your host, your network system, and try to find the anomalies in system. Before we just write the rules and analyze the rules, and in annual base we again check the rules if they satisfy our expectations. But now with the help of AI systems, it became very easy for us because AI systems now understand our business expectations, business targets, business objectives, and now help us to create specific, proper, robust rules for DLP systems. Then the process time management become more easier. System management become more easier. Autonomics, but some systems now we don't need human intervention. These systems directly, with the help of the rules on their written on their systems, operate directly. This minimizes the human error. This minimizes the human effort. This again helps us to become very dynamic. We don't need to think about how can I arrange the shift between my employees. These systems can work 24 hours. So it is making our business more efficient. Or cognitive, now they can make predictions from the data they learn, or they can learn again, and with competing each other. Maybe some AI technologies now do not need historical data. They can experience each other and they learn and they predict. They can make predictions about the future. I'm sure again there are some experts among you, and they know Monte Carlo methodology and data analytic methodology. Before, it is very expensive, this Monte Carlo approach, because you have to make experiments for 1,000 times. but with the AI now, Monte Carlo system, analytics system can be trained or can be created with AI in a very short time and not in expensive way. So it again increase our capacity to apply new approaches in our risk management capabilities. There are again lots of technologies. I just listed 5 of them: Internet of Things, robotics, process automation, blockchain, data analytics. I have been talking about these technologies. These all help us to increase our efficiency and capacity. But without understanding this technology, it is not easy. For example, 1 week before, I was in Austin, Texas, and attended an GRC event. And in here, some guys came and we spoke with them. People have some specific understanding about AI, OT, but we have very limited understanding about how blockchain can help us risk management efforts, management processes. And without so if we just wait to improve, to increase our capacity, it will not achieve. So as risk experts, as assured experts, we should put ourselves in the process in somehow. For my example, I try to be part of some crypto communities. I try to be involved in work groups to increase my understanding. Yes, I can understand some dynamics of blockchain technology, but it has very different and evolving business cases. And for the risk side, it provides a trusted environment. Imagine you have a technology which provides a trusted environment for your data, for your applications, because they have smart contracts. With the smart contracts, you can implement some specific contract items in automation with the help of automation. And increase the capacity of smart contracts. Internet of Things, they creating lots of and processing lots of data, and it again minimizes the human intervention. So as risk experts, we not just focus on AI, but we should also understand other technologies and how they affect each other. Here, I created a list for you how you can implement, or how do you decide to implement AI technology in your risk management processes. First, you should focus on your data. Are you data oriented? Do you have capacity to use data, to process data, or do you have enough data to use it? Do you have, in this process, do you have repetitive? If it is repetitive, it is easy to apply AI technologies in this process. Is there high error rates? Because with the help of AI technologies, or the technologies I also mentioned in previous slide, you can minimize it. Then maybe you should choose to go with this process to implement AI, because we have very limited sources. You cannot implement the new technologies in every process, in every section. You should make again a risk assessment and decide to go most productive processes. So high error rates is a good way of assessing, analyzing sensitive content, because data privacy is another important area, or ethical stuff is another important area for AI. If we have sensitive content, we should be careful. Maybe we should need some time to learn this technology, and because if we fail to protect our data, if we fail because of understanding that technology properly, then we will become responsible to our clients and legal expectations. And at the beginning, we mentioned about trust. Nowadays, clients pay too much attention about the trust. If they lose, or if they do not believe you cannot provide their data, then they may choose to go with your competitive, or they may give up the use to your products or your services. Have electronic start or endpoints. Can we automate starting of the process and ending it? Then we can apply AI systems, electronic trigger to processes again. So these questions may help you to decide in your risk management functions to use AI systems or not. Okay, this is not whole questions, but I just try to give you some insights to start from a specific point. And here are some AI use cases in my, for example, focus area for an attack surface analysis. In every system, there are some vulnerabilities, and cyber attackers generally manipulate these vulnerabilities. Before we stick to human pen testers and they make analysis our systems, they try to find vulnerabilities and they try to mimic the cyber attackers and manipulate the system, and they try to understand how far they can go. But it takes time and it was expensive, and some of companies do not have that budget, and sometimes there can be another problem, trust problem, because people hesitate to show their vulnerabilities, external parts. But with the AI systems now, we can make attack surface analysis, vulnerability analysis, threat intelligence in dark web. Again, with the help of AI systems, you can find the problems before they emerge, or attackers collecting some data about your senior management, about your company, but now AI supported systems make threat intelligence and warn you there is something happening in dark web and they're aiming your company. Be careful. It's very important. In my previous experience, we applied these kind of solutions, and they help us to in which area we should focus in our vulnerabilities. I'm sure there are lots of vulnerabilities in the system. Some of them we know, some of them we do not know yet. But with the help of this system, again, it is becoming more efficient to find these problems and invest our sources. Attack scenarios, again, we are creating some playbooks. Playbooks creating is important for incident management style. I should define what kind of problems my organization may face. So with these systems, again, AI systems, they use lots of data in a very limited time or very short time. I can create this scenario and test them very efficient. Or risk simulation, I mentioned about Monte Carlo simulation, game theory models, they play and see the results and provide us experienced solutions with the help of AI systems. AI technology risks, I made a search in Google Internet and I saw Forbes created a good list. I guess there are 15 AI risk: lack of transparency, bias, discrimination, privacy concerns. It goes this way. I'm sure again you all saw this kind of list, and some risks are very important for your organization because your organization risk portfolio, risk registration also match with it. For example, lack of transparency. We all have hesitation applying AI systems because if there is a problem, we cannot understand the technology. This AI technology is very efficient, so we have that. What this technology keep there inside? You are applying a GRC system. How this system process data? Which actors can get into the system, access rights, or what kind of algorithms written in this system? It is not easy. We need strong technical background, but sometimes it is not easy to find these people. Bias and discrimination because of using historical data, and this data may include some human biases, and these affect the systems, processes, or implementation style, privacy concern, we mentioned about it, loss of human connection or loss of human skills because of sticking this technologies. We start to forget some skills because they can do lots of tasks for us. I love to write about the topics. It's my hobby. But after AI systems started to write articles, blogs, I now hesitate to write because while I spend so much time to read some information about a specific topic like data protection, I read a lot, then I start to write an article to explain my expectation, my view. But now AI system can write as you explain, as you learn, so as you taught them. So it again affects our skills, and sometimes it is not beneficial, or it is a huge risk for the organizations after they lost some skills and they will not able to find this kind of skills with the help of human. And there are some cybersecurity stuff. Again, here I will not try to teach you something, but I will just try to show you some source. OAPS, I am sure again you heard about OAPS, is a very serious organization creating list of cybersecurity deficiencies, problems, vulnerabilities about systems, web pages, artificial intelligence. Again, they created for 10 important machine learning security risks. Here we see new kind of problem, data poisoning attack, model inversion attack. Now, as cybersecurity experts, risk experts, we should also know about them, improve our understanding. New technology, there are different use cases, and there are different problems. It's bring new different problems. So, and the main problem, there are very limited understanding about it in the human side. People always talking about the governance, but how? Because we have very limited understanding about technical stuff. There are technical people, but the number of these people are very limited and they are very expensive. We cannot hire them in our organization. So we should apply this system in our processes, but we should also know there are risks, cybersecurity risk, business risks. So, and there is another problem. We should also, this is not just other technologies like cloud, like IoT, because these AI technologies mimic human behaviors. So it can influence our decision-making process very dramatically. It can also influence our emotions. For now, we have been using narrow AI, but maybe in some time we will witness strong AI. Now it is just a theory, but after a while we will see some AI systems who has more emotions directly like we have humans. So this again put a responsibility to our shoulders. We should use this system in a responsible manner, which in EU they created an EU Act, and the Act mainly focus on usage of responsible AI. Some AI systems are now forbidden in EU Act because these systems may dramatically, again, very negatively influence human life, society life. So we have to be careful. What should we do now? ROAM, ROAM, and risk management approach. This is risk are not risk are not resolved, own, accept, and mitigate. This is ROM simulated in NIST cybersecurity framework. If it is free. If you just go to NIST site, you will able to see, or you can able to assess the risk management framework. In this framework, it explains the ROM system. Some risks are resolved, managed or we keep them with the help of our control action, we keep them in our risk tolerance, risk appetite. There is no problem with it. But some risk of AI should have new controls, administrative, technical, or physical. We should apply some policies. We should provide trainings our employees, or some risk we should accept because it is not easy for us to manage with the controls, but we should analyze it. Without understanding the impact, you cannot accept it. It is very common, very well-known concept in risk management environment. And some risks are owned by specific business units, but are we sure it is just their these risks should be in their ownership? We need some tools to analyze it. Now, NIST help us in this issue. And in this webinar, my main target is not just trying to explain new concept, well, because I have no that capability. I am a risk expert, security expert, and I just learning this again technology. This technology is evolving every day. So I try to be in the constant changing, and this AI risk management framework helped me to understand more carefully, more deeply about the risks of the AI technology. Again, it provides you a system to apply for managing this. First, there should be governance. We are used to apply. We should use. We are as assurance experts. We used to apply implement governance controls. What are they like? Monitoring systems, processes, policies, defining how we use technology, what is our restrictions, how we access these systems. With the help of governing controls, we can change the culture of organization using, or we can dominate, we can picture, we can update the culture of organization. New technologies bring new problems with human understanding, and governing controls like training, policies, communication, and monitoring, this help us to increase our capacity as organization. Then we have to measure. If you cannot measure, you cannot manage. So we should first define AI risks, then we should measure them according to, again, our traditional approach, likelihood and impact. There may be different impact criteria in AI because it is not just affecting human or organization. They have also some strong impact on community. So major criteria is changing, and NIST provides us some specific criteria, and then we manage. We have different kind of risk responses, like accepting, mitigating, again transferring. Again, NIST AI risk management framework provides a playbook. You can check the system controls and the results with these playbooks. It is already in this website, and map in which department or which roles responsible for specific risk, how they can affect us, and how we should be apply specific controls according to our business roles. And again, I talked this from the NIST AI framework. We can also check it. They have effect on people, organizations, and whole ecosystems. These are risk measurement criteria defined in NIST, again, in the framework. There are risk-related third-party software, hardware, on data. We have third-party problem for a long time. After with the technology improvement, now we do not have all skills in all area. For example, cloud. For cloud security, generally we ask for third vendors, or incident management. Generally, we agree with third parties, but to manage third-party services, product, or activities is not easy. Again, in AI systems, maybe we will see, or not, we are also using lots of AI system over cloud technology. Now we have another problem. Are these third parties know what they are providing us with this? This is another risk criteria. How many of AI systems are created or developed by our sources or third parties? Or these third parties are, do they know their responsibility, the problems, how they solve the problems if we face with the problems? This is another topic now we have to face. Human baseline. Sometimes there are 7 aspects, but I try to choose some of important to explain because we have limited time. Human baseline. In which aspect I can first, as a human, I have to understand the risk and to define it, to explain it, and to apply controls by ourselves with replying the technology risk with specific technologies. It is not sometimes applicable for us or manageable for us. And risk tolerance, risk appetite, it is another term in risk risk experts. Risk tolerance is the risk we can accept as in a company in some specific processes, and it is not easy again in AI systems to find what is acceptable, what is not. So we should again we can also follow the rules or approaches provided from a well-known organization, and NIST again in this framework provide as an approach to analyze, to understand risk tolerance levels, capacities, and again it defines some influence factors, and it also uses some other kind of frameworks, approaches like OECD AI definition systems. So with the help of this certificate, this framework, you can have you will have a strong tool to define how you can apply these AI systems into your organization, into your business, with minimizing the risk, with the managing risk. And again, here challenges for small organizations. Okay, it is not AI systems are new, but the main problem is for the small organizations, because the big organizations have sources, strong sources, so they can manage risk with the help of these sources. But for the AI domain, the important problem is for the smaller organizations, because they have very limited sources to manage this. So for these organizations, again, to apply, to use this kind of frameworks, very important, very crucial. And audience, again, therefore there are different kind of audience stakeholders in this process. We should take into consideration about AI development process. First, there is a business problem. We implement a feasibility approach step. We understand the problem and we decide how to respond to this problem or how to solve this problem with the AI solutions. In this process, there will be different kind of roles, different there is need different business units involvement, not just risk management. We need some specific support from legal people, some specific role from human resources people. Maybe we need again some specific support from different roles now we haven't defined, because this technology brings different kind of problems we haven't faced before. Now human psychology is also should be understood and analyzed in the risks. So maybe we should need more human psychology experts in this AI development process. Again, you can find this chart in NIST AI risk management framework. Here at the end, for the before applying AI system, we should we make a risk analysis, and this risk analysis we should be with the help of again this framework. We have some criteria for being safe. Is it safe for us? Is it secure? Is it explainable? Explainable as a company. Do I know what I am applying? Do I know what technical algorithms, rules included in these systems? There are some specific criteria again in the framework to make analysis of the systems. Are they privacy answers? Maybe I will not able to apply these systems because of privacy problems, or do I need new kind of privacy controls before applying these systems? Is it fair? May this system cause problem for my employee in specific areas like religious, ethnicity, or other kind of discrimination problems? Accountable, trustable, who is responsible for this system, and what is reliable? In NIST framework, it provides you some specific criteria to analyze it, and with the help of this criteria, again, you can provide your senior managers, decision-making providers. Okay, we make an analysis according to this AI risk management framework. According to this analysis, this percent, this system can be implemented. We can trust it, but there are some gaps. So it again will not provide a 100% true picture, but it will help you to provide a good information for your decision-making process, because our senior managers need to understand the problems, risks they may face if they try to apply these technologies to achieve their business targets. For effectiveness, again, in this framework, there are define some effectiveness criteria. You can check it later, but in this frame, at the end of this framework, you can see some attributes of this framework. In the attributes, it is not just a very mature way. There are some changes in this technology day by day. So this framework needs our help, especially risk experts, cybersecurity experts, to improve its. If we apply in our company, and if we can provide feedbacks to NIST to improve this framework, they can again update this framework according to changing AI technology. But generally, when I speak with assurance people, they hesitate to use or hesitate to go into this AI technology risk management or governance area. When I ask, because we don't know. Okay, you don't know, but you can learn only be part of this. You can learn only if you can try it. And this framework provides you some tools to try this system. So try and provide your feedbacks to improve this capacity tool in next levels. For this summary, as we stand at the first type of AI revolution, it's imperative that we understand this powerful technology and manage its transformation effectively. People, businesses, they need risk experts. Nowadays, generally, few legal experts now leading the arguments in these AI governance aspects, but they need risk experts, internal control, assurance experts to analyze to the risk and provide some recommendations, applicable recommendations to make it applicable for their organizations. Thank you for your attendees. I will check now questions. How do you test AI models for one models advice attacks and acceptable behavior? How do you test AI models for vulnerable advice attacks? It's good questions. Nayab, Jahangir, thank you for it. Okay, in software development process, as we know, there's a test process. In this test process, first we make, for specific tools, functions, we make tests and we just try to understand if this function behaves as we intended. Then we make a system test. Is these modules work together efficiently? And then we make user tests in AI again. Okay, I am not that technical. I mean, I cannot explain how you can make an AI testing process in software development, but in this again, in this, I will show you. In this framework, it explains how or which roles should take part in the test process, how risk experts should involve it, how developers, testers involve it, and how can we decide to go with this technology or not. It is the most important thing. For a risk expert, I cannot make a pen test or something, but I can just be assured if in testing process it is implemented efficiently. Are they separation of duties? Is the vulnerabilities has discovered in testing process, are they resolved? Are they informed or are they reported to senior management? Is the risk we discovered in testing process are in our risk appetite? After the controls we implemented after the test, now have we mitigated the risk in our risk tolerance? This is my responsibility, and I have to be careful about it. Maybe for the assurance side, we can also focus on if the proper skills are implemented to the testing process. Is there another question? I will check. Thank you for attending. Yes, I will check another. Okay, for this side, some vendors are providing some specific risk assessment tools, but I advise you to check Singapore. Singapore government has created a good risk management approach, and this approach, you can also analyze how you can make a risk assessment for it, and how you can use these tools more responsibility. And there is another OECD tool. It helps you to categorize the AI models. Why it is important? Because for our risk expert, we should define and categorize the technology in order to reply or provide the efficient control. So OECD and Singapore, you can Google it, provides you applicable free systems or frameworks for it. Matiraj, thank you for Matiraj for questions. Thank you for your questions. I have LinkedIn account, Twitter account. Please don't hesitate to connect because it's important to connect and share information. This is again evolving technology. The understanding of this technology is not enough yet and changing in the risk and assurance side. ISACA, IA, Cloud Security Alliance, IS2 now developing their own tools. Also, follow these websites to improve your skills and understanding.